Welcome to the BC Insider, a once-a-month look at issues and news that impact Boulder City. I'm Lisa LaPlante, Boulder City's Communications Manager. The staff at the Boulder City Animal Control and Animal Shelter help save lost and unwanted pets, enforce laws that keep pets and humans safe, and connect abandoned, unwanted, or homeless pets with new homes. Recently, longtime shelter supervisor Anna Nabnett retired, and Brendan Hansen was promoted to supervisor. Brendan Hansen joining us now. Talk to me a little bit about your history with the animal shelter.
All right. Well, I've been with the Boulder City Animal Shelter and Animal Control since 2017, and I have learned a tremendous amount during that time. Prior to coming to Boulder City, I was an animal control officer in Utah for about 5 years. Got my feet wet and had a little fun up there, and then decided the Boulder City would be a perfect fit, and I have enjoyed it ever since.
Tell me about your family.
So I have 4 children ranging from 15 to 5. They keep me busy and it's a blast. I love kids, I love animals. I have a house full of 3 dogs, from a big one to a middle-sized one to a small Chihuahua dog. We have a house full of animals, kids, and it's a blast.
So talk to me a little bit about what pet owners can do, like if their dog gets out or if they think that something's gone awry. What can people do?
Well, definitely call us right away. Even if we are not working, you can call the police department non-emergency number and ask if an animal's been picked up by us or patrol officers. In addition, Facebook and social media are tremendously helpful. Sharing out a picture of your dog with your contact information is a great way just to let the community know that your animal is lost, and that way if somebody sees it, they can call you right away, and that's the best way to get the dog home.
My dog has a microchip. And I've seen stories in the news about, dogs being returned months, sometimes even years later. Why is microchipping so important?
So microchipping is excellent at finding the owner of a dog. The way it works is the dog does have a tiny microchip, and we can scan the microchip and it gives us a number. We call the microchip company and they are able to identify who the owner is through that specific number. It's great because it can tell us address, phone number, the owner's information. It can also tell us the dog's name. Sometimes it'll include veterinary history. So if the dog has any medical problems, we can be alerted to them right away. So it can contain all sorts of information that will not only help us identify the owner, but identify if the dog has any special circumstances, special medical issues that we can also address.
And a microchip is different than a license, right?
Correct. So a microchip is something you can get from any veterinarian right now, and it costs around $50 depending on where you go. And that's just, again, so we can identify your animal. A license is required for the state of Nevada, no matter which city you live in. And the way to get a license is to provide a proof of a rabies vaccination, as well as proof of spay and neuter of your dog. So that way, the city is aware of the laws being followed, and we also have rabies vaccination history, which is incredibly important.
And one of the things people talk about is, with these rabies vaccinations, they don't think that there's much of a risk, but we do have wildlife that can transmit, right?
Absolutely, especially in this area. Bats are probably the most common way that rabies could be transmitted. It's not incredibly common in domestic animals, but it can occur. And the reason it's not very common is because of vaccination. It's effective, and again, it can protect your furry pets as well as humans at the same time.
Talk to me a little bit about what residents can do for the shelter. I hear a lot of residents want to try to help you guys out.
Yes, we are so grateful. The residents are so supportive, from donations, big and small, from cleaning supplies to cat food, dog food. We can use a variety of things. And the best thing is, and one of my favorite things is, if we get something, we have a donation that we cannot use or we don't need to use at the moment, we do try to give back to the community. So sometimes we'll take food to the senior center, emergency aid. Again, it's wonderful because if it's something that we are not in need of and we know the community is in need of it, we really try to help out.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. There was a story that really tugged on heartstrings last year, a puppy brutally beaten, the puppy 7.
Yes.
Have you had any contact with the new owner?
Yes. The new owners are absolutely wonderful. They do live here in town. 7 is seen out and about quite often. From what I understand, he is doing absolutely wonderful. He's really healed well, and he is. I did see him recently, and he is just so happy. You would never know what he's been through, and he has wonderful owners that are providing the best care possible.
That's awesome. Pets are so resilient.
They are.
Thank you so much, and thank you to your staff for all you guys do. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for the support from the city and the community. We're grateful.
Be sure to check out the BC Insider once a month at www.bcnv.org/news. Thank you, and see you next month.